Hi, this is Matt with AppliancePartsPros.com. Today we'll be showing you how to repair your appliance. Remember, anytime you work on an appliance, make sure it's unplugged or the circuit breakers are off so there's no chance of electrocution. Also make sure you turn off the dishwasher's water supply underneath the sink. In this video we're going to show you how to change out the KitchenAid Dishwasher Mounting Bracket Gasket. It's going to be a very easy repair and should only take a few minutes to show you how to do it. If you already have one of these, great. If not, you can click on the link below or get it at AppliancePartsPros.com. When you open up the package, you're going to get the new mounting bracket gasket. The mounting bracket gasket goes behind the upper tub mounting brackets. The main reason you'd be changing them out is if they're bad and they're leaking. In order to change the part, we're going to open up the dishwasher door and we're going to pull it on the rails just far enough so we can get the end caps off. Now we can take a small flathead screwdriver and press over on this little locking tab, and then we can push up on it to get it to slide out of the rail. The other side comes out the same way. Now we can pull the upper rack out and set it on the counter very carefully so we don't damage the spray arm. Now that we have the upper rack out, we can use a Phillips screwdriver to remove the screws that hold the dishwasher to the cabinet. Now that we have the screws out of the cabinet, we can close the dishwasher door and disconnect the supply lines underneath the sink. First thing we're going to do is remove your dishwasher drain line, follow it up to wherever it goes and remove the clamp. We're going to use a 5/16 on ours. Make sure that when you take these off, that you have some towels around. Both the water line and the drain line might put some water out. Next thing we have to do is remove the fill line. It's usually connected to the hot water tap, and of course we already had that shut off and the power disconnected from earlier, but now we need to remove the line, and we can take it off with a 5/8" wrench. Now that we have everything disconnected, we can pull the dishwasher out of the cabinet. Now that we have the dishwasher out of the cabinet, we can open up the door so we have access to the inside. Here are the two screws that hold in the roller assemblies. The front ones are right here, and the back one you have to peel the insulation back to get to them. These gaskets, when you change them, when you do a roller set, there's one up behind each screw, so you might as well change both of them at the same time because you don't want to have another leak. That being said, there's 8 screws, so you may consider even changing them all at the same time. If you're just going to change the gaskets on the front, you may get away with only pulling the dishwasher out a little bit, and you may not have to disconnect your water lines to get it far enough out. We're going to use our 5/16 nut driver to remove the 2 screws. Now that we have the screws off the back, we can pull the roller assembly off the rail. The gaskets will either be stuck to the tub right here, or they'll be on the roller assembly. Here's the old gaskets next to the new ones. If you already have these, great. If not, you can get them at AppliancePartsPros.com. We're going to put them on the wheel assembly. All you have to do is push them down into place so we can install it back in the dishwasher. Now we can put the wheel assembly back on the rail and line it up with the holes, and then we can put the screws in from the back side. We're going to use our 5/16 nut driver to tighten them down. Once you get this upper screw started, you want to start the lower one. You can reach inside and line it up. Then once you have them both in, you can tighten them down. Now that we have the part installed, we can close the dishwasher door and reinstall it in the cabinet. First thing we need to do is put the lines back through the cabinet. We want to push the dishwasher in about halfway and then go underneath the sink and pull on the hoses to make sure that they're not kinked or caught on anything underneath. We can push it back into the counter. We can hook back up the lines. So we're going to hook up the water line and use our 5/8" wrench to tighten it down. Then we can hook up the drain line back up to the air gap. All you have to do is push it on and tighten down the clamp using your 5/16 nut driver or screwdriver. Now we can open up the door and put the screws in to attach the dishwasher to the cabinet. Then we can put the upper rack back in. To put the rack in, all you have to do is line up the wheels into the rails and slide it back into place. Then you can pull the rails out a little bit so we can put the end caps on. To put the end caps in, all you have to do is line them up and press them in from the top so they lock in place. Now that you have the end caps on, you can push the rack back in and close the dishwasher door. Now that you're done repairing the appliance, you can plug it back in, turn the water back on, and give it a spin. Thanks for joining us for another successful repair brought to you by AppliancePartsPros.com. Check out our other repair videos on our site, Facebook, and YouTube.